If I want to apply a value automatically to it, I can type UL-LI and within curly braces, the value that I want to apply. Now, if I hit tab right here, you'll see it's not going to work. And that's because it wants the cursor to be at the very end of the string. So if I hit tab here, that's not going to work. I have to go to the very end and then click it, and you'll see that takes effect. So you can think how quickly you could create a base layout. For example, let's say I want to create a layout, and we'll create a wrapping div with the class of wrap. And within it, it needs to have a header element because it's going to have our header. I'm going to go into the header, and now I'm going to have an H1 element, and that H1's value will be my website. Let's keep it like that. I'm going to copy this so we can continue on, but let's see what we have so far. Tab, and now created that for us. Let's continue on though. If I want to create a sibling of the H1 element and not a child, I can use plus. That refers to sibling. And now I could say create a nav element, and within the nav element we'll have a unordered list with a list item, and we'll have 4 list items. Tab, and now the cursor is first on the H1. If I hit it again, it's now on the list item. I could say home, about, contact, portfolio, and you're done. And look at all of that markup we created in next to no time at all. It's really amazing. Now, generally, these list items will be links as well, so let's fix that. And we'll say wrap, we'll do this quickly, header, nav, H1, my website, and then we'll have a nav element, UL, LI, and there's going to be 4 list items, and each list item is going to contain an anchor tag. So now you can see I can tab through each one, and notice it knows to place a tab within the ref. So that could be home.com tab, and that will be the value for the anchor, home. And I can keep tabbing through these. And if I need to go back, I can hit shift tab. But what if we want to apply a default value to the href? Maybe in this case, it's not linking anywhere, so we want to use a hash. I can use brackets, and I can say href equals pound. And now if I tab, you'll see that that value has been applied. With 5 seconds worth of work, we've created a layout. And if we view that in the browser, we have a very minimal website, but we were able to do this in roughly 5 or 10 seconds. It's really, really amazing. So what you should take away from this is, if you want to create an element, type the element name followed by the trigger in your editor. In mine, it's tab. If you want to apply IDs, type the element name and then the CSS symbol for class or ID, which is pound or period. If you want to create nested children, you do less than sign followed by the child. You can then continue again if you need to, and you can also apply values by using curly braces. Finally, make sure when you expand, your cursor is always at the end of the string. And lastly, when you want to create siblings, for example, content, and then you also want to create a div for main, and then another div for footer or something like that, that will create siblings. So have fun with this. I was amazed when I first found this because it saves so much time. In the next lesson, I'm going to teach you about grids and how they can rapidly increase the speed at which we code websites.